On this episode, we're going to be looking at the first quarter results for LASCO Manufacturing Limited, which is a manufacturing company based in Jamaica and is listed on the junior stock market of the Jamaica Stock Exchange. For this review, we're going to be looking at 5 things primarily. We're going to be looking at the company's revenues, we're going to be looking at the operating profit, the net profit, the earnings per share, and the stock price. Now, if any of these terms are actually new to you, then you've probably missed my last episode, and you can actually check out that video right here. We did an explanation of 7 of the key terms that every investor should know. Alright, so if you haven't seen that video, just click the card here and go and check that out, and then you can come back and watch this video, because some of the terms I'm going to use might actually go over your head and they're not really that complicated. With that said, let's get into the video. So, LASCO Manufacturing, as I said earlier, is a company that is involved in manufacturing operations in Jamaica. They manufacture soy products and they're listed on the junior stock market of the Jamaica Stock Exchange. The company is majority owned by Lascelles Chin, which is a well-known businessman in Jamaica and in the Caribbean, and has been operating for a number of years. For the first quarter, which actually ended on June 30th, 2019, the company actually realized revenues that were 3% higher than they were the year before. The total revenues for the company came in at 1.787 billion Jamaican dollars compared to 1.732 billion that it was up to the period June 2018. In terms of operating profit, the company actually grew their operating profit by 17%, and according to the report to shareholders, this improvement was driven primarily by increases in operating efficiencies, something that they've been doing for some time now. If we look at the net profit of the company, net profit was actually up by 18.8%. The company recorded a net profit of 282 million Jamaican dollars compared to 237 million Jamaican dollars over the same period in 2018. Another thing that the company actually credits their improvements in net profits to was actually the streamlining of operations and a reduction in structural costs. The company actually approved and paid out a dividend of $0.06 per share, and the company had 1.09 billion Jamaican dollars in cash. Now, the LASCO group of companies is actually famous for holding a lot of cash on their books. Pretty much at any point in time you check the financial statements, you're going to see about $1 billion in cash on their books. EPS. So for the period, earnings per share for the company was $0.07 or 7 cents. And that was just 1 cent higher over the comparable period for 2018. However, if you look at the EPS for the full year, that came in at around 26 cents, which is actually 100% higher than it was a year before. That improvement in the full year earnings per share actually decreased LASCO's PE ratio from around 32 times earnings down to 16 times earnings, and we think that this is actually a favorable range for LASCO Manufacturing. Now, in terms of the stock price in and of itself, the stock is up 16% year to date, and it currently trades at around actually $4.32 Jamaican at the time of this video. And the total market capitalization of the company is around 17 billion Jamaican dollars. Okay, so that basically sums up this quick review of LASCO Manufacturing's first quarter results for the period ended June 30th. Just to go over the stats again, revenues are up 3%, operating profits were up 17%, net profits up 18.8%, earnings per share for the period was 7 cents, an improvement of just 1 cent over the corresponding period. And as I mentioned earlier, year to date, the stock is actually up 16%. So that's basically it for this video. If you guys have any thoughts, comments, or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If there is a stock that you'd want me to cover, then you can leave that in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if this is your first time seeing Beyond the Stock Price, then be sure to click that subscribe button and share this video with a friend. I'll be seeing you in the next video when we'll actually be talking about the lab's 6-month results for the period ended April 30th.